Hi, welcome to another Expert Insights discussion. Today we're joined by Paul Sikia from Mirai. This is the first video in a series we are recording with Mirai looking at digital marketing. Over the series of videos we explore what digital marketing is, the value to hotels, the marketing funnel, and finish with some tips and advice to hopefully help you be more effective. In this first video we set the scene and ask what is digital marketing, how does it work, and how does it benefit hotels. Really hope you enjoy the conversation, and please do feel free to comment below. And you know what to do with those thumbs up and subscribe buttons. We do really appreciate the support. Roll the intro. Hi pal, thanks for joining us today. How are you? You well?
Hi, Trevor. Thank you very much. I'm okay. I hope you too.
Excellent. Yeah, very good. I guess like you, enjoying these sweltering temperatures at the moment and trying to stay cool.
Yeah.
I think you guys in Spain are a bit hotter than we are in the UK. So,
Yes. But hopefully I'm located in Mallorca, so the beach is really near. So that's
that,
also
not the way I want to start this conversation. Hearing about you and a beach. I'm now very envious. Well, look, great for you to join us. In a moment, I'll ask you just to introduce yourself for those who aren't aware of you and who aren't aware of Mirai. This is going to be the first of a series of 4 or 5 videos that we're going to do around digital marketing. So on that basis, let me kind of ask you just to introduce yourself and Mirai, so we know who and what you're all about.
okay. Well, thank you again, Trevor. For me, it's a pleasure being here. And yeah, my name is Pau Siquier. I'm from Mallorca, and I've been working for the hotel industry. Wow, long time ago. I think that almost 20 years of experience, and I've been working for big hotel chains. And since almost 3 years, I've been working for Mirai. And in Mirai, we are helping hotels in order to boost direct channel sales,
Mm-hmm.
and we do it through different services and products such as our booking engine or our meta search connectivity, but also through digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this is our goal: try to help the hotels to increase sales through the website.
And you say you've been with Mirai for 3 years. Your specific role in Mirai?
I'm the digital marketing director,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a wide team of experts that are helping the hotels in all the digital marketing activities to increase sales.
Perfect. So the best person to be on here talking about digital marketing.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so let's start off with the most obvious question anyone would ask. It's a broad question. What is digital marketing?
It is a broad question. Yeah, you are right. And well, if we look for the official definition,
Mm-hmm.
probably we will find out that the term refers to something like the use of digital activity to market services or products to reach customers,
Right.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In another word, is connect companies with users but having a purpose behind, which is very important.
Yeah.
The reason why we do that. And it could be to sell something, but it could be also build brand awareness or just inspire the users. I mean, there are a lot of purposes behind.
So let's get into those a little bit then, because you're right. I mean, digital marketing. I think people probably understand in a broad sense what that means. So
Sure.
just talk to us from now, slightly narrowing it down to hotels. What are the typical purposes that can exist around digital marketing from a hotel point of view?
Okay. So, well, I would like to say that previously that unlike traditional marketing, the
Mm-hmm.
way of doing digital marketing is basically executed through internet,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's important because it involves new things. I mean, it involves a website, involves devices, involve certain platforms like I don't know social media, for instance. So
Mm-hmm.
this makes it so a little bit special for that.
Yeah.
And in our case, when we talk about digital marketing for the hotel industry, most of the times what we are looking for is to generate reservations at the most efficient cost of acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
We have several clients that say, okay, I want to be on social media. Okay, and which is your goal? I want to generate sales. Okay, so maybe the it should be the other way around. I want to generate sales. What should I do? Because
Okay. Yep.
you need to understand a little bit which is the brief from the client, and then you need to accommodate the digital marketing activity for this purpose. In this case, as I mentioned, most of the times is generate reservations as the most efficient cost of acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Because our way in the industry to understand digital marketing is it is a lever to increase direct bookings,
Yep.
to stay competitive, and trying, very important, to minimize the OTA's dependence.
And actually, if I understood what you were saying there, is that you start from, okay, if I want more sales, I guess the question is, well, sales of what? Because,
Mhm.
depending on what your company is or what your hotel is and your mix is it leisure? Is it business? Is it meetings? Is it events? Because that, I guess, would dictate
Yes,
where what
right.
you back to your point. Well, is social media the best way? Is it going to get you the bookings in the most cost effective and efficient manner possible? Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, yes, you are correct, and segmentation is really important. I mean, it's one of the main inputs that we need to know from the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that you want to improve the number of meeting and incentive that you have in the hotel. So probably you need to follow different digital marketing flow, where maybe the final conversion is not a conversion itself. It's just an email or a kind of uh, contact from the one that is requesting and the hotel, because normally you are not going to buy a meeting in a hotel through internet at the
Yeah.
first time that you are going to the website. So these kind of micro conversions, as this kind of different type of conversions, could happen also in digital marketing. The
Mm-hmm.
same like if you, for instance, we also would like to track how many people click on the number of the telephone number of the hotel, in order to try to put a value of these visits to our website. Because if somebody goes to the website and in the end click on the phone number, it's because there is an intent behind.
I've
So
got you.
this kind of uh, things we would like to understand within all the digital marketing activity that we are running.
So I'm guessing, in a way, digital marketing is kind of what am I? There's an element of demand that is out there. It's
Yeah.
in a sense, if take it, you're in Mallorca, yeah. So
Yep.
there will be a certain number of people that are going to be coming into Mallorca at any given time. There's only so many ferries, airlines that can arrive, and so many people that are coming at one point in time. So you can't actually create more people to come in than there is the capacity to come in. So the demand is there. But what you're looking to do is to almost shift. It's like, how are they coming in to my
Yeah.
hotel or the other hotels? And how can I use digital marketing to shift them from either my competitors or a different way of coming in, so they are booking with me and they are booking direct? Did I understand that part of what you were inferring?
Yes. Yeah. Obviously, create new demand is it's really difficult if you talk about the destination. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, government, I think that can create
Yeah,
demand, but not an independent hotel.
yeah.
It's really difficult unless you'll be destination, a hotel destination, maybe
Sure.
a theme park,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
probably you can create your own demand. But if we talk about the regular hotels, the ones that we have here, so we are feed by the demand that are coming to the destination.
Mm-hmm.
And as you said, we need to try to get the most users and the most reservation through our channel. So basically, we need to recapture those users from different channels
Mm-hmm.
that are options that the user can choose when they are looking for their holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So they can make a reservation through an OTA like Expedia, Booking, or another one, but they can also choose a tour operator, and they can also choose your own website. So what we're trying to do is to give reasons, powerful reasons to the users to choose the website, the hotel website, instead of doing the reservation through a different channel.
I've
So
got
as
you.
you said, this is a game shift, a channel shift from one channel to the other channel. And for us and for the hotels, I think that the main reason to convince the users to make the reservation through the website is that uh, it in the end it's more efficient for the hotel in
Yeah,
terms of income.
yeah.
So thinking in your business is okay. I want to have the most reservation through my direct channel because it's more efficient than with different channels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No,
So
that
this
makes
is
sense.
something that we need to keep in mind every time that we are doing digital marketing, because efficiency is one of the main KPIs that we keep in mind.
That makes sense. So, can you just talk a little bit about what you see as when you're looking at digital marketing as a whole? Because this is what you guys do for hotels. What are the elements? What are the component parts you're looking at?
Yeah, it's correct. It's too broad, and we should focus on one of the components part of digital marketing, which is traffic acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
But as we have said before, in essence, we are talking about connecting companies with users and potential customers. And you can imagine there is a huge gap to cover.
Mm-hmm.
But if we try to summarize and make it easy, I would divide it into, let's say, three big blocks. One is traffic acquisition. That is where the digital marketing channels intervene
Mm-hmm.
and where the marketers commonly are focused on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then we have the website
Mm-hmm.
as the hub of your online business.
Yeah.
And despite we are not going to talk too much, it's absolutely essential, because the website is where you are driving all your marketing efforts, and is where you can brand yourself and where you can convert users in customers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where you must push your traffic down and turn them into a sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then to finalize, we have the marketing analytics that
Mm-hmm.
includes metrics, measurement to understand how the digital marketing perform and how the behavior, the user behavior in your website perform.
Mm-hmm.
And here again, I think that it's I wanted to point out that unlike traditional marketing, where not everything could be measured, in digital, the most of the metrics are really accurate,
Right.
and it helps us to take the right decisions, and always based on data, and improve the digital marketing performance.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that these three blocks are summarize a little bit which what digital marketing is in globally.
Broad. Understood. Understood. And again, I'm kind of, because we've got points to pick up on here in setting the scene, and it's great because every time you're using a phrase, it makes me think. So you just slipped a little phrase in there, which was kind of moving someone or pushing someone down to the sale, and so I've heard you the funnel is a phrase that you hear a lot about. So the upper, mid funnel, lower funnel, and I'll ask you to talk about that in a moment. Other things that I've heard about is an acronym AIDA. So attention, interest, desire, and action.
Hmm.
I then know there's Google's micro moments. So they're dreaming, planning, booking, experiencing, and sharing. And then they've just mentioned messy. I've read something about them mentioning messy middle, which we can talk about in a minute. So can you just kind of join the dots for me around this kind of the
Hmm.
AIDA, the micro moments, and the funnel, and how those phrases that people probably have heard of, how they sit together back to your part of
Uh-huh.
we want to move people down to a sale.
Yes. Yes, exactly. You are, in essence, it's kind of funnel,
Hmm.
a digital marketing funnel, and I think that is a kind of old-fashioned concept. But to be honest, I feel comfortable talking about that because it's a clear way to show the hotels the moments where the user is and how you need to approach this user based on this moment.
Hmm.
So we have the upper funnel, which is more related with new demand and reach and awareness,
Hmm.
um, which is the A of AIDA.
Okay, so that attention bit,
Okay,
yeah. And
exactly.
would that be the dreaming bit in the Google
Yes,
micro moments, that kind of thing?
dreaming, inspiring,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
But then we have the mid of the funnel, which is more related with consideration, with engagement,
Okay.
and where we try to focus on behavior and so on. And then we have the low funnel, which is more related with sales, with trying to get the most sales possible, efficiency, conversion, cost of acquisition, more related with those users that are close to make a reservation.
I've got you.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the thing is that it's a kind of old-fashioned, but again, I think that it works because as Google says, there is no longer a clear path from the point of discovery to the action
Right.
because there are a lot of digital marketing impacts from different companies, and you can be a different person if you are looking for your next vacation, but if you are looking at the same time for a trip tomorrow for business purposes.
Got you.
So
So you're
it's
the same
same.
person, but different.
Yeah.
Your purpose for traveling
Yes.
changes. Right. I've got you.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the
But the
variable.
moment is exactly the same and you are exactly the same. But it changes the mood when you are a professional and when you are just a person that is looking for the holiday. So this is what Google says, the messy middle, which exploration, evaluation, it's a lot of impact from digital marketing activity. And what you want to do here is try to reduce the number of impacts from the companies and try to go to the point and get the sale as fast as possible. Previously, some years ago, Google had special platform for each part of the funnel. Let's say
Yeah.
let's say this way. And for instance, you were related. Okay, upper funnel, brand awareness, video, YouTube,
Hmm.
but it has changed and YouTube is not just for brand purposes. You can drive online sales with video action campaigns.
Got you.
So Google is trying to say, okay, it not depends on the platform, it depends on the user intent behind.
Yeah.
So I
Got you.
don't care if it's YouTube or if it's a mail or if it's Google search.
Yeah.
If you are looking for your next holidays, I will want to impact you.
So I guess the final question to kind of wrap up this intro piece would be, it seems obvious to me listening to you, but obviously I have a vested interest. I know what you guys do. So very simply, why why should hotels be investing in digital marketing? And maybe on the flip side, why do hotels not invest in digital marketing if it seems so obvious? So
Yeah.
yeah, tackle that whichever direction you want.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. But it's perfect. But before replying, I have another question
Yeah, yeah.
here. Is this which is the main purpose of having a website?
Okay.
So the as hotelier, the main purpose should be to grow your business. I
Hmm.
mean, to convert users into sales at the most convenient cost of acquisition.
Yep.
And the most convenient is important because the cost of acquisition shouldn't be the same and linear all the year. It's
Yep.
not the same high season, low season,
Makes sense.
depends on a lot of things. So this is a specific and interesting point. So having a website is like having a store but
Yep.
open 24/7.
Yep.
And when you have a store, you need to get people in. So with the website happens exactly the same.
Hmm.
Every uh, business needs online promotion and exposure. So you need to drive traffic to your website to convert it into possible customers.
Hmm.
So it's very important that you are doing digital marketing because the users are there and you need to get those users to the website. But if you don't do it, so there are a different channels that are going to get these users to their website to get
Yeah, because
reservations.
they're going to
So
book. So it's
exactly,
where do they book? Do they book with you or do they book
exactly.
somewhere else? So they're still coming to stay with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the end, you should invest to drive traffic to recapture your lost revenue,
Hmm.
which is in the hands of the OTAs,
Hmm.
but also to generate more revenue.
If your intention, and this is why you're putting money into and a budget behind digital marketing to drive traffic to you direct, if you then do not have a website that encourages people to book, then all of that money, in essence, you could argue, has been
Yeah.
wasted. Because it's like going out and finding a load of people, sticking them in a bus, driving them to a high street, putting them in front of your store. But if the store looks tatty and rubbish, they're not going to walk through the door and buy anything.
Yeah,
It's in a simple analogy, isn't it?
it is. And I've also wanted to point out that we have talked about the big blocks, traffic acquisition, website, and measurement and analytics. But getting back also that if we say that digital marketing for hotels uh, pursues to increase direct bookings to minimize OTA's dependent, then you should have a strategy behind to make it come true. I mean,
Mm, yeah.
a strategy to generate direct sales on your website. Direct channel strategy is not a digital marketing component itself,
Mm,
but it's absolutely crucial to succeed
yeah.
because so it's again what you're saying. If you are paying money to drive traffic and your website, it's okay, but there is a better price out of your website, so you are going to fail.
Yeah. Because ultimately you're competing with people's experience with an OTA.
Exactly,
If
yeah.
we're doing this shifting from OTAs to direct, then everything we're competing against is what's the user experience on an OTA. And if their ability to book quick on Booking or Expedia or any other is nice and simple, and your hotel experience is not, they'll go back to the OTA and book it through the
Yeah.
OTA. So now you spent the money on your website, you spent the money on your booking engine, you spent the money on the digital marketing, and now you're having to
But
pay for the
then yeah.
commission because it's like this is why it's
Okay, here you have
yeah, yeah,
my user.
yeah.
So
Absolutely. So let's get back. So investing in digital marketing, just to kind of wrap this up, a short. Why should we be investing, or maybe why do you think hotels don't see the value of investing?
well, to be honest, I think that is not an option. Is not an option not to be there
Mm-hmm.
because you need to. The most of the times the user starts searching through Google.
Mm-hmm.
So Google is trying to give you the right tools to get the traffic to your website. So
Mm-hmm.
the most of those tools are related with paid media.
Mm-hmm.
uh, SEO is no longer with the same prominence that it used to have before.
Mm-hmm.
And even in mobile, it's really difficult to say the first entrance on SEO. So you need to be there. because you need to defend those users that are looking for you. If
Mm-hmm.
not, OTAs will be there. And but on the other hand, keep in mind also that it's not just about paying. You have other ways to create your audience and digital marketing. There is mail marketing with your CRM, which is very very important too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that with the years can also drive a huge amount of reservations.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, it's not immediate
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
the paid media, which
Yeah,
is okay, you put money, you get traffic immediately, and hopefully you get sales.
yeah.
So there are uh, different velocities. I don't know if it's
I know what you
correct
mean.
or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
different ways of do it. Um, but it's not an option. I mean, you have a store and you need to get people in. Nobody's going to go to your website if you don't say, "Hey, here I am,
yeah,
and here's my value proposition."
yeah. That makes sense. And do you see? I mean, we're talking about this. I mean, you obviously support hotels, but you're still looking to support more hotels. You are happy to take on more hotels that maybe are trying to do it themselves. So maybe the issue is not so much about whether they're investing in digital marketing. It's maybe their perception of how they should be utilizing digital marketing and where they should be spending money. Is that maybe where it's not so much I invest or I don't invest. It's back to your original point of they think I want more sales, I need to be on social media. Whereas
Hmm.
actually, what you're saying they should be thinking about is what are you trying to do with your hotel? What does your hotel actually need? What is the purpose? And then how are you going to do that? What is the digital media? What are the digital marketing strategies that could be adopted? Looking at those different where we're trying to reach people, because if you're in the lower funnel trying to get a sale, there's a different requirement and a different cost. Because if your
Hmm.
website is rubbish and your booking engine is rubbish, but someone's arrived there, then there may be different money you need to spend to get them into a sale than you would have to spend to get somebody to your website. So it's more complex, isn't it, than just saying I want to spend money on digital marketing and people thinking that is me advertising on Google or doing something on a social media site.
Hmm. Yeah, you are right, and you need to know which is the audience that you want to reach.
Yeah.
So at this point, and to make it simple, we can talk about, let's say, two types of demand. That is your current demand and the new demand.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Current demand, from our point of view, should be the priority. I mean, the one you should consider and cover first.
Yeah.
Why? Because we are talking about users that are on internet that already know your brand, and they are going to looking for your hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a travel intent behind, and is the demand which is very close to make a reservation. And and this is what we consider the classic marketing low funnel
Which
demand.
which we're going to talk about in
um,
our next video. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
So those users are very interesting for us
Mm-hmm.
for different reasons, but they haven't shown they have shown the potential to make a reservation with us because they have been searching for your brand within Google, for instance, or visiting your website and starting a reservation process. We know that we can identify those users.
Yeah.
Um, so what you need to know is that acquiring this kind of user, which is current demand, normally is the most efficient paid marketing activity that you can do. So this is something that you you need to consider.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what I'm saying before, another important reason to cover your current demand is that since there is a free competition within Google and anyone can bid for your brand, uh, if you are not going to cover your demand, who is going to bid for your brand? The OTAs.
Yeah.
And why the OTAs are bidding for your brand? Because there is a high travel intent behind, and because for the OTAs is also the most efficient paid marketing activity that they can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that for an OTAs is more efficient to bid for your hotel brand instead of bidding for hotel in Paris,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which is a broad and generic term.
Yeah.
So again, this is what we have been talking about before. This is a shift game. I mean,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
not incremental revenue,
No.
but we are trying to we have with us the more efficient ones.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I think there's a load we've covered in there. I look forward to the further conversations where we look at each of these elements in a bit more detail. So I think for this one, we're probably done for the intro. I look forward to talking with you further when we start to look at the different elements, and we'll use that funnel terminology as we go through and try and connect some of those dots. Yeah, I can't wait to the next conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Trevor.
Take care. Well, I hope that conversation was of interest, and thanks again to Pal for joining us. If you have any thoughts or views on this conversation, please do feel free to comment below. And if you like the discussion, please don't forget a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more of our videos, here is a link to our Expert Insights playlist, and here is the link to our Coffee Time Chat playlist. And here is the button if you would like to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks again for watching.